Hello and welcome. I'm Coach Christian. I help extremely stressed people to deal with their stress by observing it for themselves. Welcome to yet another video. I publish a video every single day that's designed to help you deal with the stress in your life right now or stress that might arise in the future. And typically, I answer the question of the day. I answer a question in every video. So let's move on to the question of the day for today's video. Here we go. Coach Christian, how can I become successful? Coach Christian, how can I become successful? All right. So there are two forms of success. There is external success and there is internal success. When I talk about external success, what I'm really referring to here is the success that depends on an outcome. So, for instance, if I'm a student in school, then external success would be getting a good grade on the test. If I'm running a business, then external success would mean, let's say, meeting my goals for the year, right? Maybe getting the product sold at having profit of X amount of money. That would be success. That would be external success in business. If I'm a parent, then external success would be my children have grown up and they're independent of me. Then they can afford to they can survive without my assistance. That would be external success. And then there's also internal success. And internal success pertains to how you feel. And in fact, internal success is the most important. But let's begin with external success first. Okay, I don't know if it's the most important, but it's very important. Let's put it that way. Let's start with external success. So, how do you become successful on the outside? If you have a goal, right? How do you achieve that goal? This is the question, right? How do you become successful at the goal? So the first thing to realize is this. When it comes to external success or achieving a goal in your life, realizing your dream, that is not totally in your hands. There's many factors involved, right? So for your business to succeed, for instance, there's many factors involved that are out of your control. Okay? There's the economy, you don't control the economy. There is the consumers, you don't control the consumers. There is natural disasters, right? You don't control that. Maybe an earthquake can happen and swallow your business, right? There's other factors like death. You could die today and not succeed at the business does not succeed, right? So when it comes to external success, most of it is out of your control. A lot of it is out of your control. You can do your best, but it's not really in your control whether you succeed or not. Okay. So that's the first thing to realize, right? Success is not guaranteed when it comes to external success. But nevertheless, I don't know. I think I'm thinking that probably there's too much lighting. Let me see if I can lower the lighting a bit. Let's make it that way. All right. Okay. This may be better. Okay. I mean, you can still see me, right? And I don't have light like flashing into my face. All right. So we're talking about external success is not guaranteed, right? Because even like taking the next breath is not guaranteed, right? So, but nevertheless, right, are there things you can do that will increase the chances that you will succeed? And the answer is yes. One of the basic things you can do to increase your chances of succeeding, externally speaking, is to get clear goals, right? You want to know what you want, right? If you don't clearly know what you want, then how will you know when you've got it? So that's the first thing. Very clear goals, very clear targets. I want my business to succeed. And business means I should have, I don't know, man, I should have like 20, I should have, it should be an international company. I should have branches all over Africa, all over the world. I should earn, the profits should be $10 million a year, right? Very clear. And this is what consumers should say about our product. Or I should be in on the list of the Fortune 500 companies. All those are clear objectives, objectives by which you define success, right? Again, because the thing is, that's what they say is what is you can't hit a target, or at least it's gonna be, you're unlikely to hit a target that you can't see. So the first thing you want to do is to have a clear objective. And then, okay, now that you have a clear objective, you know what you want. Okay. The question is, well, what else can you do to become successful? One of the things that you can do to become successful is to, well, obviously, strategy, right? You need a strategy, don't you? Just you sit down and you think of a strategy to get to your goal, and then you start to implement the strategy. Now, one of the key factors for external success is your orientation towards failure. Right? The reality is, if your goal is big enough, there's a huge chance that how things are not going to turn out the way you want necessarily. Right? I'm running a business. When I started the business, I thought this is how the business will run. But as I continued to work on it, things did not turn out the way I wanted them to turn out. Certain things I thought were very important turned out to be less important. And I experienced a lot of failures, right? So a lot of things didn't go as planned. So one of the key things if you're trying to succeed on an external level is to, first of all, don't break down under failure, right? When things don't go according to plan, if you quit, of course, then you're not going to achieve your external goal. You're pretty much guaranteeing failure, right? So that's one of the most basic things you can do is change your orientation towards failure. Whenever something doesn't go according to plan, just pay attention to it, figure out why it didn't go according to plan, and then execute, right? And then improve and try something else. When that fails, repeat the same process. If you're this type of person who doesn't give up, in the sense that no matter when things don't go your way, you keep pushing, you keep looking for ways to make it happen. If you're this kind of person, then the chances of you realizing your goal are increased, but they're not guaranteed. All right. I'm not going to lie to you and say if you really believe it or really visualize it is guaranteed, because that's just a lie. All right. But this is external success. A lot of it is not in your hands. And then there's another form of success, which we call internal success. Right? Think about it. And this is actually, I was saying this is most important, and here's why. Every single thing, every single goal you have, everything you want to achieve, is you want it because of how it will make you feel. Okay, you want to have a big career, right? You want to be recognized as one of the greatest athletes of all time. Why do you want to do that? You like the feeling of being the greatest. You love the feeling of being recognized. You love the feeling of being someone significant in the world. You love the feeling of how people look at you when you're the best. You're chasing a feeling, after all. Okay. If you're a student and I don't know what, you want to get an A on your test, why do you want to get an A? One is you like the feeling of getting an A, and then also you think it's going to give you a good job. But why do you want a good job? Because it's going to give you a lot of money. But why do you want the money? Because it's going to give you options. Why do you want the options? Because you love the feeling of having options. Okay, if you dig really deep into any goal, any dream that you want to have, what you're not really looking for success. You're looking for the feeling of being successful. Okay, so success is really a feeling, and that's the feeling you're chasing, right? Now, notice something. If your entire external world succeeded, that is, suppose your business succeeds, suppose you get the A's on your tests, suppose you get that big house you've always been dreaming of, but even when you get that house, you're feeling miserable, you're feeling sad, okay? You're feeling sad, you're feeling depressed, you're afraid, you're worried, or your relationships with your, I don't know, your wife is not going well, then you see all of that, you see now you can't really say you're a success, because the reason you got this big house and this big business was to feel good. And after you've gotten the big house and the big business, you're still feeling bad, right? So clearly you're not a success. Okay, so this is why I'm saying there's a more primary form of success, which is internal. Notice this, right? You and I are engaged in the process of making ourselves feel good by achieving an external goal. Okay, I'm doing it right now, isn't it? I'm in the process of building a business, building a company, creating a world in which people's instinctive reaction to stress is to observe it. All of this is external stuff. I'm doing it for a certain feeling. This is one of the primary reasons why I'm doing it, for a certain feeling, if I'm honest with myself. However, I know that while it's fun to create a company, while it's fun to do this, I know that ultimately this company or any external endeavor I do, any external goal I pursue, is not going to make me feel good. And here's why. Because how I feel is determined not by the external events, how successful I am externally. How I feel is determined by my state of mind, which means it's determined by my thoughts and emotions. How I think, basically, how I feel is determined by what I'm thinking and the posture of my body. Okay? For instance, if I sit in a posture like this for a while, right? Let's say a posture of a defeated person, kind of like this. Eventually, I'm gonna start feeling sad, depressed, and whatever. Okay? So really, my internal state, how I feel, the thing that I'm chasing with external success, is not determined by external events. It's determined by how I think, how I handle my body, and how I manage my emotions. You see? So, which means that if you invest time into understanding how your thoughts, emotions, and body, how your entire system functions, if you invest time into that, then you can take a shortcut. You can be able to create a pleasant, joyful state within yourself without having to succeed externally. Which means whether your business succeeds or fails, you're still joyful because you've taken charge of where the joy comes from, which is mastery over your own thoughts, emotions, and body, your entire system. I don't know if this is making sense. So, whatever you're doing externally, I'm not saying stop, right? So, maybe you should stop, maybe you shouldn't stop. It's totally up to you. However, at least it's important to invest some time into understanding how your system functions. Because ultimately, right now you're pursuing your goal and you're miserable on the way to your goal. You're stressed out about, will it work? Will it not work? Will I earn the money I was expecting to have? Will I not earn? Will I finally feel fulfilled? Already you're stressed on your way to your goal. And even when you hit the goal, you're still going to be stressed. Unless you've managed, you've learned enough about the functioning of your thoughts, emotions, and body to be able to create, right, the joyful state within you. And you see, if you're able to create joy and happiness for yourself, if you have control over your own internal state, then you're able to function brilliantly because it doesn't matter whether you succeed or fail externally. Right? So usually many people give up, right? They give up because failure is too heavy, it's too painful. I mean, I tried to start this business and I can't find any customers. This is so painful. I'll never succeed. Let me give up. But if I know how to create joy within myself, if I'm in charge of my faculties, then even if I don't get any clients, even if the business fails, I'm still joyful. Obviously, if I'm joyful, I'm not giving up, man. I'll just find another way. Because my happiness is not dependent on whether I succeed externally or not. So these are some of the ideas I thought I should share with you here. Now, if you like what I've been sharing and you want to learn more, remember I said I publish a video every single day that answers a question and provides you with tools that you can use to deal with the stress in your life. So if you like this video, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell notification. Ding, 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 ding. This will notify you whenever I publish a new video. And if you have a question or a comment, don't forget to add it in the comment section below. I want to know what you're thinking, and I want to make sure that I'm making videos that meet your needs. Now, if what I've been talking about here about creating the right feeling within yourself, feeling joyful, feeling at peace, uh, gaining mastery over your own thoughts, emotions, and body, if this interests you, right, the key to doing all of that is observation, of course. So if you're interested in learning how to do that, how to solve this problem of creating the kind of internal state that you want, regardless of what is happening around you, if you want to learn more about this, then I suggest you check out the Observe approach. Just go to the description of this video, click on the Observe approach. This will give you free and instant access. There's a link there. This will give you free and instant access to a simple but very powerful method that you can apply right now to start gaining mastery over your own thoughts and emotions and body. Thank you very much for watching this video and hope to catch you on the next one. Bye.